We interviewed the original DA of the case.
No way.
The other thing that he said that was like crazy was like the way that the legs were detached. Like it wasn't like a cut. Like it's not like someone just like sawed the leg. He said that the way it was removed was manual.
What?
Like someone like physically pulled her apart.
Tucked away in the woods of Downingtown, Pennsylvania, lies the Twin Tunnels, a source of countless ghost stories. From chilling encounters to unexplained noises, these tunnels have a dark reputation. Hidden beneath the trees and wrapped in local legend sit two dark tunnels where time feels wrong. Some say if you drive through with your lights off, you'll hear the screams echoing off the walls, or see a shadow that isn't yours. The tunnels are subject of numerous ghost stories, including tales of a woman and her baby who committed suicide, whose cries can be heard. Other legends involve a man who hung himself from a wire that connected the two tunnels. And the name Suitcase Jane Doe was given to an unidentified woman whose dismembered remains were found in a suitcase in the Brandywine Creek in 1995. Her identity and the circumstances of her death remain a mystery. This area is considered a hotspot for paranormal activity by some locals. Let's find out if these stories are just urban legend or if there's some truth behind it. Growing up in Downingtown, Pennsylvania, I always heard the haunting legend of the Twin Tunnels and the woman who is said to have hung herself there while holding her baby in her arms. The story goes that during the Great Depression, a woman was left heartbroken after her husband divorced her and ran off with another partner, leaving her to raise their only child alone. Struggling to survive with no income and overcome by grief, she couldn't bear the pain any longer, and one night she climbed to the top of the tunnels and ended her life while clutching her baby. As she fell, her neck broke and the child slipped from her grasp, tragically dying alongside her. Legend has it if you go up there at the dead of night and stop between the tunnels, turn off your headlights and your engine, you might hear the faint cries of the baby. Even see a ghostly figure of a woman pushing a stroller through the darkness. Whether the story is true, no one really knows, but many have claimed to witness strange, unexplained activity while visiting or driving through the tunnels. From flickering lights to eerie whispers and shadowy figures. There are even reports of a man who supposedly hung himself in the same spot years later. While the details are impossible to confirm, multiple people have shared nearly identical experiences, suggesting that perhaps there is some truth hidden within the legend. Adding to the mystery, in 1995, a fisherman discovered a suitcase containing a dismembered body along the creek beside the tunnels, deepening the eerie reputation of Downingtown's infamous Twin Tunnels. This is where the fisherman was going to find the body in the suitcase. Now, when they opened it up, all they found was a torso, head, and arms. On July 11, 1995, a local fisherman discovered a suitcase with the top half remains of a murdered woman in the Brandywine Creek in the shadow of the Twin Tunnels. The woman's fingers did not match with any records, and on January 29, 1996, partially skeleton legs were found wrapped in a trash bag at a state park in Middletown Township, Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Due to decomposition, medical examiners were unable to match the legs and torso with DNA evidence. However, doctors placed the right femur head onto the torso, and the leg fit perfectly onto the hip. Investigators are fairly certain she was killed elsewhere, and her remains were dumped where they were found. The victim had a small bruise on her eye and 2 small bruises on her back, indicating a possible fight but not a serious struggle. Yet, there was no evidence of strangulation or rape. She had a blood alcohol level that indicated minimum alcohol intake, roughly 1 or 2 drinks. There was no evidence of drugs in her system. The police presumed that she did not come from the Philadelphia area, and she might not be from the United States. I wanted to learn more about Suitcase Jane Doe, as I still had many unanswered questions. So I reached out to a local filmmaker, Anthony Serini, who is currently working on a documentary about the Twin Tunnels. What he revealed to me was shocking, something that I have never come across in all my previous research.
Yeah, dude, I really appreciate you hopping on a call with me. Sorry it's late, but I really wanted to get an interview with you.
Yeah, dude, we interviewed the original DA of the case.
No way. What'd he say? Like anything that you'd want to reveal, like he said?
He thinks that she was a carny.
Oh, like someone who would like go around? Like someone from like carnivals and stuff?
Yeah. The DA also said that they think they know who it is, but they couldn't prove it, and he was already in jail doing a life sentence.
Really?
Yeah.
God.
Like, we couldn't prove it.
So they do think the guy is locked up who did it?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that sheds some light onto the story. Maybe she's got some closure now. I still wonder what happened, because they said it doesn't look like she was raped, but her torso was removed.
Right.
And she was bloody. Like, why else would you kidnap a woman of that age? Like, it just seems like, to me, it's like, yeah, she was raped, beaten, and murdered, and chopped up and dumped.
Right. The other thing that he said that was like crazy was like the way that the legs were detached. Like, it wasn't like a cut. Like, it's not like someone just like sawed the leg. He said that the way it was removed was manual.
What?
Like, someone like physically pulled her apart.
Just looking down these tunnels gives me the creeps. The further you go down, the scarier it gets. But for the good of the video, I think I need to go down one of these and explore it. All right, let's do this. It's dark in here. I feel like a homeless person could definitely live in here. Yeah, this is definitely creepy. What the fuck is that? I can't see between that, and that's really freaking me out. Is anyone in here? It's definitely freaky in here. And I feel, I don't know, feel some type of energy. Feels like something's looking at me down that tunnel. I don't know if I'm just freaking myself out or there's something to it. After exploring the tunnels, I wanted to find the spot where the woman and her baby were said to have hung themselves. But judging by the terrain, it looked nearly impossible to reach, but I was determined. That's steep. Let's try to get to the top of these tunnels. This is like straight up and down. Super dangerous. I think this is still an active train line. Yeah, it definitely is. Probably not the safest. It's a good way to die. Yeah, this is definitely an active train line. I really didn't think it was, but I think this is where my journey ends as far as trying to figure out where this lady hung herself. It's just too dangerous. minute I just ran down that hill, a train came. I mean, I wasn't gonna go on the tracks, but that's kind of freaky. Maybe someone was watching out for me. I found it hard to believe that anyone would climb that hill in the dead of night, especially while carrying a baby and a rope to end their life. I asked Anthony if he knew anything more about the woman who is said to have hung herself with her child in her arms.
I always heard about the twin tunnels growing up, and like the story was like, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, like the lady walked in there with her baby and either she jumped or hung herself like in between the two tunnels, and then apparently another dude hung himself too, but I don't know, a lot of people think it's just like a urban myth at this point.
It is. So I talked to interviewed a 911 dispatcher, and in the 80s, I don't know what year she said, it was like early 80s, like 82 or 83 or something. As a Halloween prank, someone hung a dummy from that center shaft of the tunnels.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, so that's like how that story came to be.
Really?
Yeah, there is no truth to it at all.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
After climbing the tunnels and speaking with Anthony, I wanted to find out if the legend was real for myself. So I went to the twin tunnels at the dead of night to perform the ritual. This is what happened. Although I didn't personally see or experience any paranormal activity, I don't dismiss everyone's claims. These tunnels are over a century old, filled with history. I've always believed that when you go searching for a ghost, it won't reveal itself. Still, I wanted to go back one last time. The first time I visited, I wasn't able to walk through the entire tunnel. I didn't have the right equipment, and honestly, I was pretty freaked out. But this time, I was ready. It was time to conquer my fear and walk through the tunnels from start to finish.
I don't want to, but I have to finish what I started. I think it's time to go back into the tunnels and completely walk through them. I have night vision on this camera, so let's go ahead and explore. I don't know what it is, man. Walking down these tunnels by yourself is really scary. I did it. Finally walked through these tunnels. Definitely really creepy in there. And I found some bones in a neat little pile with some type of star or pentagram. I don't know, looked evil, looked sketchy. Even if it was some kids just messing around. I tend not to mess around
with that, even if it is for fun. Very scary. Very creepy. Glad I conquered my fear. Now, there's no evidence to prove that the woman and her baby or the man died in these tunnels. But thanks to Anthony's research, it seems like the original legend may have been a hoax. However, in 1995, a woman's dismembered body was found and stuffed inside of a suitcase near the tunnels. A murder that remains unsolved to this day. Some people believe the screams and visions people claim to see might actually belong to her, the unidentified woman whose killer was never found. I want to give a huge thank you to Anthony Serini for taking the time to speak with me and for all the incredible research he has done on this story. I'll be sure to keep you guys updated when his documentary releases, and I can't wait to see it. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more historical investigations, and I'll catch you on the next one.